Lesson 10. David and the Waiter. This is the play that Pedro made out of a scene from David Copperfield. Scene: an inn at Yarmouth. Maps on the wall. Table set for dinner. The landlady is dusting chairs. A sound of wheels and horses outside. Then David, a boy about 10 years of age, enters shyly and sits down on the edge of the chair nearest the door. Characters: landlady, David Copperfield. The waiter, landlady, are you the little gentleman from Blunderstone? David, jumping up, yes, ma'am. Landlady, what name? David, Copperfield, ma'am. Landlady, that won't do. Nobody's dinner is paid for here in that name. David, is it Murdstone, ma'am? Landlady, if your name is Master Murdstone, why do you go and give another name first? David, I'm really Copperfield, David Copperfield, but my father died and my mother married Mr. Murdstone, so that's her name now. Landlady, oh, I see. Well, your dinner's ready. I'll get it sent in. She rings the bell. William the waiter enters, running out of the kitchen. Landlady, William, bringing dinner for this gentleman. She goes out. The waiter brings in a dish of chops, plates, glass, jug of beer, etc. Waiter, now then, 6 foot. Come on. He stands looking at David, who gets more and more shy and nervous as he tries to eat with the waiter's eye on him. There's half a pirate of beer for you. Shall I get it now? David, yes, please. The waiter goes to the table and pours out the glass of beer and holds it up to the light. Waiter, my eye. It seems a lot, doesn't it? David, yes, it does seem rather a lot. Waiter, still holding the beer, there was a gentleman here yesterday, a rather fat gentleman by the name of Topsail. Perhaps you know him. David, no, I don't think I do. Waiter, fellow with a grey coat, big hat. David, no, I'm sorry, I haven't the pleasure. Waiter, he came in here, ordered a glass of beer, would order it. I told him not to, drank it and fell dead. It was too old for him. This beer ought not to be drunk, that's a fact. David, how terrible. Perhaps, do you think I had better have some water? Waiter, well, you see, the landlady gets annoyed if things are ordered and then left. But I'll drink it if you like. You see, I'm used to it, and news is everything. I don't think it will hurt me if I throw my head back and get it down quickly, shall I? David, I should be much obliged if you are quite sure it won't hurt you. Waiter, well, we'll see. He drinks it at one drink without spilling a drop. David watching him very anxiously but quite relieved when nothing serious happens. He sets down the glass and then takes up a fork and sticks it into the dish. Why, what have we got here? Not chops. David, yes, chops. Waiter, Lord bless my soul, I didn't know they were chops. Why, a chop is the very thing to get rid of the bad effects of that beer. Isn't it lucky? He takes up a chop and a potato. David, have another chop. That beer needs 2. Waiter, I will, and a potato. If only we'd had chops and potatoes when Topsail drank that beer, we might have saved his life. David, there's still one more chop. Won't you have that? Waiter, well, perhaps it would be safer. Why, there's another potato too. Better take that and then I think I'll be quite safe. The chops and potatoes being finished, the waiter takes away the dishes and brings in a plum pudding. David begins eating. Waiter, how's the pie? David, it isn't a pie, it's pudding. Waiter, pudding, why? Bless my soul, so it is. Comes nearer. You don't mean to say it's a plum pudding? David, yes, indeed it is. Waiter, taking up a large spoon, why, a plum pudding is my favorite pudding. Isn't that lucky? Come on, boy, let's see who gets most. They both eat. David with his small spoon and rather slowly, the waiter with his tablespoon and very fast. Come on, you're getting behind. David, well, your spoon is so much bigger. Waiter, there's just one little piece more. Ah, I just beat you for that. Well, it was a good pudding, wasn't it? And I like a bit of fun, don't you? David, rather doubtfully, yes. Sound of horses and wheels outside. I must go now. Is there? Is there anything else to pay for besides the dinner? Waiter, no, there's nothing except the waiter. David, what should you? What ought I? What would it be right to pay the waiter, please? Waiter, well, if I hadn't a family and that family wasn't all ill, I wouldn't take sixpence. If I didn't keep a poor old father and a lovely sister, he almost bursts into tears, I wouldn't take a farthing. If I had a good place and was treated well, I should ask you to accept something from me instead of taking it from you. But all I get to eat are dry crusts and I sleep on the coals. He buries his face in his hands. David, well, here's a shilling. Waiter, his tears quite forgotten. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You are a real gentleman. Thank you. Whenever you come here again, ask for me. Enter landlady. Landlady, come on. The coach is waiting. Here, William, help him into the coach. The waiter takes David out and puts him into the coach. The landlady looks at the table. Landlady, bless my soul, he's eaten 6 chops and the whole pudding. He'll need helping into the coach. Puts her head through the window and shouts to the coachman, take care of that child, George, or he'll burst. Curtain. Verb study. 7. Get. There are 8 examples of the use of get in lesson 10, that is, 1. Your dinner's ready, I'll get it sent in. 2. David gets more and more shy. 3. There's half a pint of beer for you, shall I get it? 4. The landlady gets annoyed if things are left. 5. It won't hurt me if I throw my head back and get it down quickly. 6. A chop's the very thing to get rid of the bad effects of the beer. 7. Come on, you're getting behind. 8. All I get to eat are dry crusts. Here are the meanings and some examples of other idiomatic uses. 1. To ordain, as in 3 and 8 above, or become the owner of. I got a letter this morning. I got a bad cold at the dance last night. He always gets his own way. What schooling Dickens had he got at Chatham? Page 61. 2. Become, as in 2 and 4. In time everyone gets old. You will get better if you work harder. Sit by the fire and you will soon get warm. If you are not careful you will get hurt. 3. To arrive. To go. I didn't get home till 10 o'clock. The train was so full I couldn't get into it. This is where I get off the bus. Never get into debt if you can avoid it. 4. Chores to be done. Why don't you get your hair cut? I must get the tailor to make me a new suit. I'll get him to do the work. There are 3 common patterns with get. 1. Subject, etc. Get. Indirect object. Direct object. Will you get me some cigarettes, please? His uncle got him a good job. 2. Subject, etc. Get. Noun, adjective, participle. You have got your feet wet. They soon got the fire burning. I must get that radio mended. 3. Subject, etc. Get. Noun, infinitive. They finally got him to sign the paper. I will get the boy to write you a letter. Exercises. 1. Word study. Use the following. In, compare with an, map, dust, noun and verb. Shy, landlady. What is the masculine form? Chop, noun. Chop is also a verb with a different meaning. What would you use to chop wood? Paw, compare with paw. Annoy, use. Noun and verb. Both forms are used on page 85. Note the difference in pronunciation. Spill, drop, noun. Use it also, with a different meaning, as a verb. Anxious. What is the corresponding noun? Stick, verb. Use it also, with a different meaning, as a noun. Effect. Use also affect. Still. Note the use of it in the play. Its use was explained on page 53-54. Crust, coach. 2. What is the difference between 1. A teaspoon and a tablespoon? 2. A pie and a pudding? 3. Dinner and lunch? 4. A landlord and landlady? 5. A pint of beer and a quart of beer? 6. A waiter and a waitress? 7. A shilling and a farthing? 3. Turn the following into indirect speech. 1. David said, I am really Copperfield, that is my name. 2. The landlady said, are you the little gentleman from Blunderstone? 3. The waiter said, there's half a pint of beer for you. Will you have it now? 4. The waiter said, I will drink it if you like. I am used to it. I don't think it will hurt me if I throw my head back and get it down quickly. 5. David said, have another chop. That beer needs 2. 6. David said, I must go now. Is there anything else to pay for besides the dinner? 7. The waiter said, all I get to eat are dry crusts and I sleep on the coals. 8. The waiter said, whenever you come here again, ask for me. 4. Explain carefully. 1. How you would set a table for dinner. 2. How you would make a pie, or a pudding. 5. Comprehension exercise. 1. As David's name was Copperfield, why was his dinner ordered in the name of Murdstone? 2. Why does the waiter address David as 6 foot? 3. Do you think the waiter's story of Mr. Topsawyer was true? Why does he tell David that story? 4. What reason did the waiter give for drinking the beer himself? 5. Why, according to the waiter, wouldn't the beer do him any harm? 6. What excuse did he give David for eating David's chops? 7. Why did the waiter get more of the pudding than David did? 8. What tip did David give the waiter? 9. What account did the waiter give of his hard life? 10. What did the landlady shout to the coachman? Why? 6. Use the following in sentences of your own. Get a cold, get better, get rid of, get annoyed, get round someone, get your own way, get warm, get off, get made, get into trouble, get into debt. 7. Composition exercises. 1. Tell the story of this play. 1. As David. 2. As the waiter might have told it. 2. Take a scene from any other novel that you know and turn it into a play.